Fishermen can have love for the truckie. Beautiful minds, but we love getting ugly. Risk takers with a clover, man, we love getting lucky. You run, we chase fire, I love when it ducks me. Tones go off, house watch, read the address out. 1075, get up off the magic couch. 500 gallons prepared for the baddest drought. Who else you want on the way when disaster's out? Can't even get a little bit rattled when you enter with exit apparel. Mayday, member down, they'll drag you. You won't get this from every Tom, Dick, and Harold, but here's a view from the top floor with Mickey Farrell.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of A View from the Top Floor. This week, I tried something a little different. It's called From the Front Seat. I just threw my phone up on my dashboard and started recording when I was driving, some things that were on my mind. It's a bit scatterbrained. It's also not the greatest quality, but I think maybe, though, it's something I'm going to try to do more often because while I'm driving, I'm always brainstorming, thinking about things that are either pissing me off or things that are a hot topic or something that happened in a fire recently. I'll tell you one thing that's really bothering me lately is fucking social media is getting bad again. I used to be on Facebook with just the trolls, and that's why I don't go on Facebook. So again, for those of you that do reach out on Facebook and the comments are in the DM, I don't check them. I don't have time to go into Facebook and argue with every person across the country about why they are the greatest firefighter on earth. That's just the way Facebook rolls. Instagram is much more intimate. It's much more real. I think guys are there for the right reason for the most part. But lately, Instagram has been a bit flooded with losers. So it is what it is. I guess it's par for the course when you put yourself out there. It's par for the course when you are reading and learning off social media. Again, vet who you're reading and learning from. Vet the podcast you're listening to. And stop creating problems in the fire service to generate content for yourself. Because things are pretty good. They are, I promise you. The fire service is alive and well. It's healthy. We just have to continue to love it and respect it and to always do the right thing. Because like I always say, if you take care of this job, when I say this job, it's the family of the American Fire Service. I promise you, across the board, this job will take care of you and your family for generations to come. And that's just the way it is. And the best part is you never have to say thank you. So, again, something new. Recording while I was driving, something I might dabble with in the future. I don't know how I feel. We'll see how this turns out and see how you like it, and we'll take it from there. Like, subscribe, and share the new page. And don't forget, December 6th, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, I will be in Tarpon Springs at the Suncoast Conference with Anthony Rowett and Mike Champo for a day of learning and brotherhood. So, thanks for the support. Check out the episode, and I'll talk to you soon.
You know, one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to the RIT team or the FAST Truck is the way we carry ourselves to the fire building. Nobody wants to be the RIT team or the FAST Truck. It's just the way it is. We get that ticket or we get that assignment. It's a huge responsibility. And a lot of us can argue saying that it is a waste of manpower. We are starved and more desperate for bodies on the fire ground, sidelining 5 or 6 firefighters to stand there and wait for something wrong to happen. Sometimes it can set us up for failure if we would just apply those firefighters to the actual firefight. Maybe we wouldn't get ourselves in a bad situation. And that's as simple as making sure we get water on the fire, getting that first line into operation. Sometimes that's delayed because of staffing and manpower while we have guys standing watching this happen. So be able to fill in the gap, be able to jump in, understand where you fit in. I say it all the time, but it's as the FAST Truck, you got to be thinking proactive rather than reactive. And a lot of times with RIT, we train for the reactive. We have to have the understanding that it truly is a proactive sense of firefighting when you are thinking ahead of the game, understanding where the firefighters are operating within the fire building. If something was to go wrong, where we're going, are we splitting the team up? I don't necessarily like the term softening the building. I think that kind of gives us a disillusion of what our job really is. Am I okay with throwing portables? Sure. But I'm not okay with going just randomly forcing doors, cutting gates or whatnot. That has to be communicated through the incident commander, I feel like, or at least your officer. Just don't go and do things. There's a reason why we do things at a fire, and sometimes there's a reason why we don't do things at a fire, and that's the understanding of the critical moments of the first couple seconds of a fire. A lot of times the units coming later into a fire can realign themselves with the tempo of the fire. We have to realize that those initial units, those critical moments of the beginning of a fire, that's setting the tempo. And then when the later units come, you're maintaining or aligning yourself with that tempo. But one of my biggest pet peeves with this is when you see the RIT team or the FAST Truck load the stokes up with a bunch of tools and then drag the stokes basket to the front of the fire building, almost like a moth to flame, not even paying attention. My recommendation to you, and there's two different ways of looking at this, which one way I do like is that Everybody gets off the rig with their personal complement of tools and heads towards the fire building. Now, when we're going towards the fire building, remove yourself from the situation. Walk on the opposite side of the street, more or less taking in the fire building as a movie set. It's important we do this so we can see the full picture. When you remove yourself from the stress and from the environment, we see things a little bit differently, a little bit clearer. And so by doing that, by just simply stepping on the other side of the street or the other side of the yard, or whatever it may be, when you're going into position as a RIT team or fast truck, try to remove yourself from the moment. Please carry the Stokes basket if you're going to carry it. Don't drag it. Let me back that up. Going back to the company that gets off the rig and you have your complement of tools, you're going into position as if you're getting put to work and you're heading towards the front of that building, going opposite at the side of the street, like I was saying. And then the chauffeur can now take the Stokes basket with another firefighter, load whatever miscellaneous tools you have left, and then bring that to the front of the building. But yeah, overall, RIT fast, there's value in it. It's important we do have it. I mean, there's laws written about it, but we don't really understand with the idea of sidelining firefighters in a world of understaffed fire departments. If something needs to be addressed, something needs to be talked about. So when you do have the opportunity to be the RIT or fast truck, understand it's a huge responsibility. And I find that any fire you get to go to, any fire at all, is a blessing. We all want to go to fires, and every time you have the opportunity, whether it be the first two company, the second two company, or the RIT or fast team, it's a blessing to be there. So treat it as if it is a blessing. Don't ever take it for granted to go to a fire. You talk to anyone who's passionate about their love for hobbies or sports, from golf to surfing, they'll tell you the amount of time they invest in studying. You're playing your best round of golf, you're on the back nine. You get to that last green, and you're studying the speed of that green. You're studying the grass. You're studying everything about that green. Same with surfing. You get to the beach and you analyze where the wave is breaking for 20, 30 minutes. So when you do get into the water, you know exactly where to position yourself on the wave. Same thing on the fire building. You should be analyzing that building like it is your passion. We're pissed off we don't get to go to work. We all want to go in, pull ceilings, force doors, crawl down hallways. I get it. We want to do that. But sometimes having the opportunity to learn, to study, and to see what's happening in real time is such an honor and blessing to be a part of it.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in for that short episode. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know what you think as far as the car talk, and if you think it's something I should explore in the future. I'm constantly on the road, and I'm always thinking and brainstorming. I actually hit record just to kind of put some notes together for that, and it turned into a mini episode, so I gave it a shot. All right, until next time, I hope you have some fires this week. Fire season is upon us. The work is picking up, so hopefully you catch it. All right, Mickey Fowl, stay low, let it blow.